Basically, the global warming refers to the increase in the average global temperature. Our whole life they tell us if you're good with the world will be good with you. But we honestly think that humanity didn't comprehend it. And that's a fact that's causing an imminent problem for not only humanity, but to life in general. Also, even that the people understand this, they do not really seem to care about it all. If humanity even had cared before, everything would be different. And also, if humanity ever had cared in any instance, many problems of today would not even exist. Global warming causes many consequences around the globe. There are many examples, but in this text we only put the principal examples. And we believe us as a team that we wouldn't have worked this hard if the issue wasn't so critical. Even tons of information have blown in the internet the last years about this issue. For example, CNN said that the global warming could reach its peak in the next 10 years. To be more specific, in a letter to LPH or the Lancet Planetary Journal, they tell all about the poorest countries need to set a time frame for livestock production to stop growing, since the meat and dairy sector is responsible for such a large proportion of emissions. And also, if the meat and the dairy sector had been more careful, global warming would be this bad. But of course, they said if they had known, they wouldn't have done that.
The causes of this problem.
Greenhouse gases. These gases are emitted by humans and wear down the atmosphere. This problem would not be too big if the human didn't generate so many gases. Livestock also produces these gases due to production of methane. But if we don't have animals, the humans will be affected. Scientists say that cows generate the majority of the percentage of greenhouse gases on the planet, overcoming the pollution from the cars. If we correct the causes, there will be a decrease in the effects of global warming. ASBC said that another major cause of this phenomenon is contamination. If there were a reduction in waste disposal, there would be less pollution on Earth. If we had the effort to reduce pollution, global warming wouldn't be so serious. Cities like San Francisco have implemented reduction programs and it is giving good results. The city government said that in 2021 they will have very low waste management. This is possible because the population has a good education and is committed to the program. If citizens had the level of commitment, the program would have been more effective. Since 2020, it was planned that not waste will be generated, but the current results are still very good. Society occupies a better environmental education. This will help to knowledge about what is happening in the world and how to avoid the causes that generate the global warming.
Well, due to global warming, there have been too many side effects that have affected our world. Animals are the most affected. If more care had been taken, they wouldn't have to be leaving their natural habitat. We have to raise awareness about how we harm our planet. Otherwise, there will never be a change. Global warming affects all sectors of our lives, since it creates a chain reaction. It affects one sector that at the same time affects another. If only industries had made their products organically and not as they are doing until today, our planet would be healthy. NRDC say that the real change starts in your garage, in your kitchen, and at your dining room table. If everyone did their part to take care of the planet, the effects of global warming will not harm the planet. We have to help reduce global warming because, apart from affecting different sectors of our lives, it also affects different countries because they have very extreme climates. They have very great damage. If we want to avoid that, we have to raise awareness and take care of our planet. Agora said, the climate change does not affect everyone equally. With this argument from Agora, it's confirmed that some countries are very affected. If we had done everything with caution, the climate would not have been so extreme. The solution we need starts with all of the people living on our planet. Only with that, we can help to control global warming.
2 to 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists believe it's human activity that's driving the temperatures up, a process known as global warming. Ever since the Industrial Revolution began, factories, power plants, and eventually cars have burned fossil fuels such as oil and coal, releasing huge amounts of carbon dioxide and other gases into the atmosphere. These greenhouse gases trap heat near the Earth through a naturally occurring process called the greenhouse effect. The greenhouse effect begins with the sun and the energy it radiates to the Earth. The Earth and the atmosphere absorb some of this energy, while the rest is radiated back into space. Naturally occurring gases in the atmosphere trap some of this energy and reflect it back, warming the Earth. Scientists now believe that the greenhouse effect is being intensified by the extra greenhouse gases that humans have released.